Welcome back to RimWorld. My name is Tobal, and everything is looking just fine at our lovely New Eden colony. We've got a couple of folks working on construction right now. I'm going to speed things up just a bit to get through this phase where, like, everyone has construction, so we have a lot of floors to put in because I got tired of making you all suffer through mismatched floors and everything like that. So we've got a lot of construction work to do. Granted, we might be moving everything indoors here, but that's still going to take quite a bit of time. A couple folks mentioned that they do like the idea of moving into the cave area because it is very defensible. And as a couple users pointed out, we're trading the safety of being in a cave for the possibility of having those little bugger friends show up at any point. So it is a trade-off. However, someone else mentioned a really interesting defensive strategy that I kind of like. It would take, let's see if we can show some of it. The idea being, I think you basically have really long hallways here. Now, the harder part, I guess, would be the fact that we don't have 5 wide hallways. We could, if we so chose, rearrange a little bit of how our rooms are laid out to make this hallway 5 wide. So that means we have to push some rooms over a bit, but we still could make it happen. Now, we would have to rearrange all the rooms to do that. But the reason you might do 5 wide is just for better security purposes. So let's pretend that this hallway is 5 wide. So if you picture it, I guess, in this spot here, this is the wall, and this would be the wall, and this would be dug out. Well, you could have sandbags placed at increments along the hallway, and you could have turrets, mini turrets there set up to fire in either direction. So it's just kind of a way for you to fall back and forth between a position. Now, the really interesting part would be here at an intersection where you could actually almost set up kind of a bunker, you know, with like a certain, I don't really can't see it with just these, you know, with just the planning thing only, but there would be a way to set it up if it's a 5 wide to have a kind of cross section of a bunker. So have down some security checkpoints, things like that, have one way in and one way in every direction, and then have everything else fortified with either the low walls or the sandbags. So you're setting yourselves up kind of interior checkpoints. So that would just be, again, a little bit of defense in depth. That way you're not completely exposed to getting attacked from within from the bugs. But if we jump on those bugs right away, we're probably going to be in pretty good shape. Of course, the dangerous thing is when people get split up. So you got to, some people over in this section of the base, some people over here. That's where it becomes a bit of a danger. So just some things to think about. I think this episode, I'm going to try to finish up the security stuff over here and set ourselves down. Oh, we did mine it out. Good. What's the range on this? So maybe to about right here. We set down some sandbags. Now, dang, again, we're set at the spot where we're in trouble with dealing with components. Someone mentioned, and I really didn't do much with the Lancers last episode, we can, in fact, take the Lancers. Wait, did the other ones get disassembled already? They might have. I think I do have an order for it. Disassembled mechanoids. That needs to be something that's a pretty high priority. We'll do that forever. So disassembling mechanoids would give you some component values. Where did they go to then? Did we bury them, or are they sitting around? Okay, so they are sitting around here. Cool. And it looks like Kat's going to take care of that right away, which is awesome. Someone got food poisoning, which is kind of surprising because who was the one that got sick there just now? Probably someone who's not feeling too good. Azazel got poisoned by that bug stuff. I thought they didn't... I thought they were eating meals, though. So is the bug paste in a meal bad for you? I have no idea. Wow, everyone joined, left us a bunch of stuff here. Flake. Isn't Flake a drug? Yeah, it's known for destroying lives, communities, and entire societies. Well then, hopefully, I think we've got a... we do have a job to burn pretty much all the drugs we find. So actually, let's not do smoke leaf since I actually gave us an order to grow smoke leaf. That would be a little bit wasteful. We'll see if we can't get some of that get some of the smoke leaf built up. Now, someone mentioned again the possibility of, or I guess how smoke leaf makes your characters a little bit worse at their job, and it's a bit of a trade-off. I think if we keep it restricted to really, really bad situations, like basically someone would only use smoke leaf to prevent themselves from going into a mood, you know, break. In that case, I think it'd be okay. We still need to get the bedroom done for Kat, but I think that's coming. Wait, actually, we've got a space open right here. Let's turn this over to, I guess, I don't know, let's just not... Let's say this is for prisoners, and then Kat should be able to go to a new bedroom here, which is opened up because someone's probably a lover of someone else. Oh no, because we have openings here, so that works out. Does everyone actually have a bed? Byrota might not. We're getting a lot of people, and I keep forgetting that we're getting more and more people, and we need to keep expanding the rest of the areas to accommodate them. So still a bit of construction work to finish. Like how bright this looks now. This is much better than before. Man, I wish there was a mod. I'm sure there is a mod to hide the power lines from lights. Because it does look like you've just got a bunch of weird cracks in the floor. We've got a normal sculpture. I think we'll put that inside of our little hangout room. Why are they eating in there instead of at these tables? Kind of curious. Wouldn't that be the quicker route? You grab your meal and you go to the table. I guess it's just a personal preference. I think I've seen people go from a, you know, completely different area, like go from their the refrigerated room to their bedroom to eat when I give them a table. Everything's staying nice and clean though. That's exciting. What are we researching right now? We are researching autocannons and then geothermal power. Cool. Do we have to do anything with the multi-analyzer at all? It just kind of works, doesn't it? Okay, each high-tech bench can only use one. So we're getting the maximum bonus, I think, from the... Yeah, from the filing cabinet and from the multi-analyzer. And the room is clean for the most part. Didn't someone say if we have... if the research bench is in the same room with steel or silver, they'll get a bonus to it? I think that was a thing. Emily, can you clean this up real quick? I'm curious about infection chance multiplier at 32. I don't remember if it was ever this low. So maybe the steel walls... Remember we had that conversation way back when, and I've never come back since that point, but we had a conversation about what steel walls would do for us. Now I wonder if we remove this bed, if it'll improve it or not, because it's just a normal bed. Okay, that had no effect on the bed, so that's fine. And I think that bed had a 32% chance of getting sick as well. Either way, we'll be okay for the moment. I do want to get more beds back in there here in a bit. New visitors are coming by. Anyone who's recruitable? Hello and welcome, all of you. Are you coming to enjoy our fine dishes? We still don't have any beer because we can't quite keep up with the fact that we're trying to sell so much over here. Look, Everett's going to buy some right away. 121? Yep, sure enough. She bought 5 for 50, so 10 silver per beer. That's not too shabby. Maybe we should wind up... How much cotton do we have? 669, 700 or so. I guess we can keep making cotton. What are we doing? We're doing cotton, potato, cotton. Let's change... After this harvest, we'll change this to hops, so we can have more hops and more beer. Is that blight? Oh gosh, that's okay. That's finished corn. I was so terrified that we had another blight and I missed it somehow. All right, that'll work out. We need a little bit of construction done here. I guess I'm just at this point waiting for most of the construction jobs to finish for flooring. Then we're going to finish up the area up top. I believe it works on distance, by the way. I think it's distance from a certain point, whether it's the resource point or the room or the main part of the base. I'm not sure, but they tend to do things that are pretty central, and then they'll go farther out from there. So you see how this room still has to have the furniture added. These rooms need the carpet. Of course, up here, the defensive area still needs something too. Do we have enough power up this way? We do. We have a conduit running all the way through it. I don't think we're going to be able to get those turrets up. How many... Yeah, the mechanoid corpses are gone already, and it seems like so are the components. So that makes me think that we've already put them into something else. What were we using for components, by the way? It's been a hot minute. I don't quite recall what else we had ready to go. Was it just for more turrets? The analyzer might have been one, wasn't? No, the analyzer I think was built. Or were we building something that was complex? It might have been. I don't see any more components lying around. We also, I think we could see it through here. If it were, yeah, if it were an option. Either way, that's fine. We'll get back on the component side of the house pretty soon. I think we need to trade. What some folks were saying is we need to trade for the advanced components. That should get us the processing bench. Oh, that's right. We were trying to put up an electric smithy in order to see if we could make components from that. I think someone mentioned we have to get... we have to trade for advanced components. That will let us build the... Where'd it go? It's the... fabrication bench. That'll let us then make more components from there. So we have to wait until we can trade for with someone for that. I guess we could try to have Adnamere at some point come out and chat with... I think you can actually call all these different groups. So I don't know if that means that we could find... Sorry, Adnamere, I'm going to wake you up in the middle of your evening rest. We can't really do too much. Cost 15 must be an ally. How do you actually get ally status? We're pretty high with the blue pig. What do they think of us? Sure, we'll invite them for a visit. Sounds good. Ally maybe over 50? Is that an option? We don't have anyone else there. Is anyone here selling stuff? I don't think I saw anyone with a question mark, so I don't believe any of their group is actively selling something. Now, if we go to the world map, we can see what groups are buying. I don't know if... Will we see what they're selling too? Or if they have anything for sale? This only shows what they'll buy. This was the thing that we talked about with the mech serum. 5 enemies. God, one of these is one component per, right? One of the transport pods. Yeah, that's one component each. Where are we in relation to... Okay, let's do something different for a bit. I have not done this before, and I want to try it out. Let's take Worm, and we'll take... Wait, sorry, hang on, let me check. Did Cat have mining? No. Did Marie? Yes, so Marie, let's take Marie and Cat. We're going to take them... Sorry, not Marie and Cat. We're going to take Marie and Worm, our diggers. We're going to send them... just next door. So nothing crazy. We'll just give them a couple of packaged meals. Oh yeah, there's nowhere to go yet. So let's have them just go right next door. What I want to do is I want to see what it looks like when they go into a new zone, and if we can just take all of the components possible and then just come home. Because I don't know how it works when you go to a different area. I'm very curious about that. Okay, so meanwhile we have a ton of people here. Are any of you... let's see, first off, it's the League of Histicoder, which we're normally pretty friendly with, but I think they're irritated. We just recently stole one of their people from them. Although they're already happy again, so I guess that's not a big deal. We're trading people left and right. We have Fast Learner, Quick Sleeper. She's 44. Not a whole lot in skills. Yeah, nothing. I don't know if I'm looking for anything per se. I'm just kind of curious about who's here right now in the event that there's someone outstanding in one of the particular areas. Wimp and Greedy, 36, but has really, really good crafting skills. Do we want another chef, maybe? I mean, even a generalist would be kind of fun. Just someone who's really highly skilled in many different areas would not be bad. Simona? Animals, medical, intellectual, incapable of dumb labor. We would probably want dumb labor, just because it's pretty useful to have. I mean, you're pretty generalist, but you don't have anything super high. You'd be another good cook or a planter. I think the higher skilled they are, too, the more challenging it is to recruit them. This person wouldn't be capable of social, but I mean, that's construction, crafting, medical, all in the same thing. They wouldn't really probably be pulled into the army, so to speak. But they would be pretty good for everything else. How hard would they be to recruit? We could already recruit them now. We would lose 15 relationship if we recruit them. I almost want to do it. Let's set them to recruit. Let's have... Oh, Cat's going to try it out. Join us. Zyfe? Ooh, I like Zyfe. It's a fun name. Zyfe just smiled. I like seeing the little conversation thing. I don't normally zoom in close enough to see everything here, but it is kind of enjoyable every so often. Oh, hey, did they cancel my, what happened to the... What happened to our trip? Did I mess something up there? It was Worm and Marie. I must have messed something up. Just like 10. We're going to choose this right here. And then we'll say confirm. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe they came home. And I should have made more attention. Paid more attention. Or I might have accidentally moved them. Alright, we've got ourselves Zyfe now. And Zyfe is going to have... Let's see what kind of jobs Zyfe is going to have. We're going to have him on doctor. First off, it is a he, right? So we'll have him doctoring. We'll do... We haven't have anyone doing handling that much either. So we'll put him on handling. And pretty much we're just going to give him a bunch of random stuff. Construction. You know what? Skip hunting for the minute. We don't hunt all that often. And you're not that great of a shot, I think. Or are you? No, not really. That's right. Okay, so we'll keep you off hunting. We will have you doing construction. I guess we'll have you doing art stuff. And I guess if you're not doing anything, you could research or be someone who does the managing. You know what? No, we've got our researcher. Oh, wait. No. Oh, well, we've got Azazel during the night, but we talked about maybe using someone during the day. But if we do this, that means that this person is dedicated as an engineer. They would be dedicated for research all day, every day. I'll tell you what, let's use them as construction for the moment. We'll help out on that. If there's nothing to build and people are already working at the crafting areas, then they'll switch over to research. We'll see how that works out. Maybe once we get a little bit more stuff built and we're not waiting for a lot of things to get built, then we'll switch things over to having him be a full-time researcher. That wouldn't be bad because we need someone during the day. Okay, Worm's caravan is formed and is now traveling. It'll take like 3 seconds for them to get there. But yeah, I'm just curious about, can we give them orders to randomly mine out, you know, whatever components they might see. Compacted machinery, rather. Okay, the caravan has formed. Or, sorry, the caravan has arrived, so... Oh, crap, can we not visit it? Oh, well, that's my fault. I thought we could actually just go there. We can't settle. And I just can't see what's there, huh? I thought we really could go next door. Interesting. What's the point of being able to just do that, then? What about rest? Can we do that? So there's no way to... I guess it's only when an event happens or you're at some kind of prime location. I guess you just can't go there? Then what's the point of the, kind of the tools that let you... There are some tools, I think, in the research tree. Let's go back to that. I gave them a weird move order. Just go directly home. There we go. Okay. All right, they'll come back home. But yeah, I thought in the research tree we have something down the road for like a remote. We've got deep drilling. What does this do? Extracting resources from underground. Don't we kind of nix that by having a quarry? Ground penetrating radar. Isn't there a long-range mineral scanner? Requires advanced components to use and build. Anyways, we researched that a long time ago. But we don't have any of the components to use it. So I'm guessing that would let us... Maybe that triggers the option to go to one of those spots. That might be the only case. I guess we might want to think about getting ourselves kitted out and going to raid that location that has 5... or that has a 5 enemies that has resurrection serum. That seems like something that could be really useful for us. Let's do... autocannon turrets done. We're really just stuck on components right now, though. This is not going anywhere. This room here is not going to have anything happen for a while. So, why don't we take a look at who would go with us on this caravan, first off. So, all the fighters... I mean, it's really pretty much going to be everyone, right? Not Marie Zeif, Logan would come, Not Worm, Cyberdank, Azazel, Ellie. Although Ellie, wait, doesn't she have nothing? Emily would come as a doctor. Ellie does fight, and Adamir. It would almost be the entire group. We would have to give them quite a few meals. First off, let's see how long it would take. 1.5 days, okay. So we'd have to give them a lot of food. 1.5, 3 days of food. So there and back should be okay. They'll be a little bit hungry. They'll probably be able to grab some food from here, though. And we would also bring a little bit of medicine in case someone got snagged. I think that's pretty much it, though. I'm going to say let's do it. Yep, let's try it out. If it is bad, if it's really bad, we will try to pull away and retreat. But at the moment, I think... we could use a little bit of a boost in components, and there's not a whole lot going on with the radio. Like, there used to be a lot of traffic of, like a merchant was in the area. Maybe that was on the different setting, the different difficulty setting. That might be part of it. Now we could cannibalize some parts. We don't really need these heaters, right? Because for the most part, we don't have a cold. That was for when there was a cold snap, I think. Poisoning from insect jelly. So yeah, the meals from insect jelly must be completely... I had no idea. Okay then, well that nixes that from our options. How do we... We're going to have to set this so that it doesn't use insect... Oh, it already doesn't? Well, how are they eating it then? Which one of these has... Curious. How are they getting sick on insect jelly if we're not actually making meals with insect jelly? Huh. Maybe we did at some point? It was insect jelly that was the message, right? Or is it insect meat? Shoot, I'm gonna have to pay more attention to that. I don't remember if it was insect meat or insect jelly that was getting everyone sick. Next time someone gets inevitably food poisoned, we'll have to take a look at that. Hey, at least our room's all finished. So our billiard room, our rec room's all back to normal now. The guest room's all set. You know, honestly, we could probably combine this into one visitor / our rec room, right? So like one of these rooms off the main hallway could be a rec room for everyone. We would probably make a separate room for buying and selling, and then we would just have another room for them to sleep. Insect jelly. Who the heck is eating insect jelly? Why are you eating insect jelly? Oh, is it these, the nutrient paste meals? They came... Can I tell what it's made from? Potatoes. Fox meat, raw meat, corn. Am I losing my mind, guys? How exactly are they getting this poisoning? Because they're not, as far as I can tell, unless you got it... Is it a drug? Hang on. Is it something that we have to restrict? Would it be under, what, a sign? Okay, so let's go under lavish and let's disable insect jelly as an option from lavish. That should force all of them to not eat that type of food. Good job, Barton. Awesome. A bunch of people leaving us goodies, because thank you. Zelf is now in the bed. I don't think that's going to be too bad. I think it's just like a temporary thing, so it shouldn't be too horrible. What do you guys think about the 3 wide versus the 5 wide hallway, by the way? Because we could just have, you know, we could do the same thing in a 3 wide hallway. We could have a section where there's, you know, like we had right here. We've got some barricades. We could put a turret on either side and then surround it by sandbags. Or we could have it you know, too wide and then have like a little gap there. I don't think it's going to really slow people down too much because they can kind of, you know, duck out to the side, walk around it. So it's not going to give them any troubles except for two people passing the exact same spot, but that's pretty rare, I think. I think 3 wide might just be fine. I don't really want to do all that extra work just for one particular more width on the either way. I guess two more wide on the hallway. Doesn't seem like it'd be all that useful. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong. All right, let's see where our caravan is. They are on the way. They're going to be there in just a little bit longer, so a little bit of boring downtime here. Who's still here? Zeph, who's sick? Kat, Marie. Do we have any medical folks here? Hey, we got a peace talks quest. Nice. Zelf, why don't we give you the self-tend option and see if you'll do any of that. Oh, you actually can't walk? Are you that bad? Holy cow. Can we treat... We can't treat this, right? Pain, 40%. That's crazy. Where are the peace talks happening? This is for the Treaty of the Long Name. 24 days is really, really close to us. So once we get home, we'll probably send con artist Emily over to chat with them to see if we can't get a little bit more relations. Again, because we're still going to be getting horrible events happening. Oh my god. Why? Why does everyone want to fight? Get him, worm. Let's see who bites off whose parts here. Yep, sure enough, we've got some bites on the arm. Kat's a little drunk, so she... Wow, this is a pretty beastly fight. Bunch of bruises, though, most of the time. So glad everyone gets along so well at our lovely, lovely colony. Why does that happen? I don't recall seeing this bad, this level of hatred. Chit-chat, insulted, harmed me, angering, fight. Well, that's all after the fight. Disfigured? Are you disfigured now? I mean, you got bit a little bit, right? poor worm, poor cat. They just hate each other. So worm and cat, they really don't get their own treatment. I think they're going to be okay. This should stop bleeding on its own. Let's give, just in case, let's give someone an order to treat the bleeding. I guess let's give Marie a doctor's training job, and we'll give her the prioritized tending. And I guess just for fun, we'll try to treat Zyph if we can. I don't actually know if we can treat... Oh, he's actually recovering from food poisoning. Fair enough, so he should be fine soon. She's like, I don't even care. I don't even care. These are the visitors of Colon, I think, that I requested. So, hello and welcome. Interesting. So it's a different color? Is it because we asked them to come here? Is that the reason that it's got a different coloring? You are a brawler and depressive. Well, I should probably fix this at some point, huh? Let's do a, before I forget too much, let's add the option for the fence. And, or sorry, reverse that. The gate here. And the fencing here and here. And we'll just kill the rest of the doors. This has been fixed. That's been fixed. Okay. We're still working on getting our perimeter set up. Ever since that discovery of the steel fence. But we're getting there. Alright, I'm going to take... Zyph is back up and running. I'm going to take Marie off of medical just in case she gets crazy and decides to try to actually help someone who's in real trouble. A group of cows have joined. What the heck? Really? Oh, are they male and female? Nice! We've got a bull and a cow. Let's put them... I don't think we've had any animals yet. Let's put them maybe somewhere like here. We might have even had an animal zone at one point. Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So we'll set them a nice big area here. We cut this off and we'll go into animals and assign to the animal zone. And every so often we'll be able to come out there and kind of milk them. I think you get some benefits from that. If they have the babies, then we'll be able to have eventually a nice supply of meat, although that would require a pretty big herd, I think, to give you that much meat. Alright, our caravan has arrived at the outpost. Okay. So, first off, I see no components. Bummer. So we've got 5 enemies. We've got some grenades, knife, shotgun, pistol. So far, we outranged them pretty hardcore. Let's move our group up I think I'd like to attack from this corridor here. Yeah, pistols all around. We're gonna try to... No, let's do this. Let's start our attack from this side of the... Oop. Are we, like, legit already fighting them? Okay, my bad. I forgot we have running gun on. That's okay. Let's have everyone start taking cover behind some trees and whatnot. Again, trying to avoid... Emily, you're gonna actually just go all the way back over. These folks are gonna be a little irritated, so they're gonna try to come out to us right now, which is probably good, best for us. Alright, I want to just make sure... No, you need to change over to your LMG. Put you here. Azazel will put next to Cyberdank. Just trying to make sure that no one is really super behind anyone else. Okay, that's fine. We're not all behind cover, but we have massive range on these folks. Pyrota needs to have a cover here soon. Let's have everyone attack Noob. A little bit dangerous with the shotgun. There we go. Danny will pop Danny as well. He's running and gunning too. That was brutal, guys. Who gets the last kill? Who got the last shot on you? Shot off the arm by Ellie. Very nice. Okay, so we have single-handedly, or many-handedly, defeated our foes. Nothing too fancy here. We already have grenades still. Now, someone told me I can claim this, deconstruct it, and get all the resources for it. So that's kind of convenient. Let's claim everything and have everybody go into a room. Are there traps in this? I hope not. So we could, you know, claim everything. I guess it doesn't, I don't think we even need to do too much with it because I think we get the option to take it all with us anyways. Can't we also get the battery too? So there's some components. Wait a minute, what did we come here for? Oh, did they just tell us? Oh, here it is. It's payment. We've defeated the outpost, so they're going to pay us. Has arrived. So our payment has arrived back at base, I think. That should pretty much be it, right? We did what we needed to do here. There's nothing that I'd like to stay and grab. We're going to disassemble the... We already did disassemble the battery. These aren't auto doors, so we shouldn't have anything else here. Standing lamps, I think, are only steel. So, yeah, that should be it. Let's go back to the world map. Tell our caravan to reform. And we are going to grab some of their foodstuffs. All of their components. That should be, like, default. You should pick those up. I don't know why you wouldn't. We'll also take their little bits of steel. Maybe that actually is pretty heavy. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to worry too much about that. We are taking their money. Honestly, we have a lot of steel. I don't think we really need to grab that steel too. It's pretty heavy. It'll just wind up slowing us down. Okay, choose route back home. Right there. 1 day. 1.4 days. We got plenty of food and we're good to go. Anything else I want to grab? They do have smoke leaves. A lot of them, actually. Let's grab that since we don't really have too many right now. We'll have that ready to go. We did get their components, right? Yes. And we'll leave their other meals there. Okay. So the caravan's on our way home. We have peace talks up this way. Now, doesn't this mean that we should have a gift somewhere around the edge of our base? I thought that's how they do it. They come in, they drop off the item, and then they skedaddle out. Like, here's your tribute, bye. Here's your gift, thank you. Maybe they put it in our base, or maybe they come through later on. I should have probably clicked on that. Can I maybe go to my messages and look at that? Let's go to history, messages, quest completed, jump to location. Oh, it's just sitting outside. Fair enough. Let's grab Marie and have her haul that back in. So I think... Fresher body. So if a body is preserved, it can even be resurrected long after death. So sometimes they'll come back with brain damage, blindness, or progressive psychosis. But yeah, this should be able allow us to resurrect one of our fallen, if we so choose, at some point in the future. Not saying anyone's going to go down, but you never know. It can get a little rough. All right, so what I might do is go ahead and wrap things up here for this episode. We've got a lot to still work on. We need to get our... We're really struggling for components, and I don't know if I'm going to have to kind of maybe do a little bit more random digging. I could just give ourselves, you know, even an order over here, a little bit of a longer trip, but we could do something like this And this is basically just strip mining. You're just looking for an exposed vein as you're going. And that would give us an option of finding some compacted machinery, maybe. I really thought we could just go to another zone. Did I do something wrong there? If you all are familiar with that, by going to a different area, let me know. Because maybe there was something that I could have done and should have done but didn't. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until some trader comes by to get that advanced machinery part. Advanced components. I'm guessing we have to wait till we get a message about the trader that's passing by. I don't see anything here. The advanced soldier unit would probably have it, if we could raid them. Can we raid somebody else's base? I imagine it would be kind of tough, right? Like, who's nearby us? We're neutral with them. We're really pissy with blue. Like, don't they have a death camp, right? Can I figure out what's defending it one day? We should try that out. We should try to do a raid. I've never done a raid before. I have no idea how it's going to work out. I don't think we have the defensive capabilities to do that just yet, but we'll see. We do have a nice supply of silver, so if we need to buy advanced components, we should be able to afford it as soon as we can find ourselves an actual dealer of advanced components. So thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of RimWorld. My name is Tobel, and next time, or until next time, take care.